Namaste. I see the divine in you as you see the divine in me. Namaste. And I always say to everybody, what a beautiful way it is to greet each other. As you see the divine in me, I see the divine in you. As I see the divine in you, you see the divine in me. And this is the way that we are growing as people, to see the divine in ourselves and to see the divine in each other. Because each one is here on the divine path, learning to embrace truth, learning to embrace love, and learning to embrace love consciousness. For we are all here healing on a beautiful path together. As I am the teacher for you, you are the teacher for me. As I am the student of you, you are the student of me. In this place we are one, and we celebrate each other. In the greater universes, everything is also about allowing ourselves to be taught. When we are in the higher universes, we always learn from each other. As we are the teachers for each other, we are also the students for each other, and we always learn in the same way. Here upon the earth at this time, it is the time of deeper awakening of who we are. We are awakening to a whole new frequency of being. And at this time the frequencies are rising up greater and greater and are asking us to awaken us to love consciousness within. For everything is about within. What we see happening in our world is a reflection of what's happening within. What we are within always reflects outside of us too. So we are here learning to work from a beautiful reflective state consciously. And every day that we learn, we become wiser and wiser when we begin the path of deeper consciousness and deeper love. So this evening, I believe, quite a few beautiful teachings will come through. As a channel, I'm being asked to stay very, very still and allow the masters to speak to you. What about? I don't know at this time. All I'm being asked to do is to stay in my beautiful place and to allow them to teach you. So it's beautiful how we have beautiful masters from above, from the divine realms, teaching the people how to walk a greater way of love consciousness. So I'm going to close my eyes now for a few moments and allow them to come through. I believe Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great will come through first, and then Caeayaron will come through. I have Lord Maitreya with me very much. I also have Halasarius with me, but I'm not sure if Halasarius is coming through. So I will let them decide who's going to come through and with what they will teach us all about. For I'm learning too, as you are. So in this space, we are all one. Namaste. Greetings, dear brothers and sisters, dear sons and daughters in the light. I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great. And here in these spaces, I am welcoming you to greater love and greater truth. I am welcoming you to your deeper beauty, to your greater beauty, helping you to understand yourselves deeper. For you work on so many levels of love and light. And you are here to grow into more beauty and more power. I always say to those who desire the love and the truth, welcome to these most beautiful healings and teachings. For you are here in a university of light to accelerate your gifts forwards to help you to understand your greater self and to help you to step into a deeper divine union so that you can celebrate your spiritual life greater and be able to connect to the deeper power within you. For that is true beauty, and that is true spirituality, and that is a true treasure for those who find the deeper jewels within them. The depth of your knowledge is so great. If you knew how wonderful you were, how different, if you could imagine how high you were on the greater levels, you could not possibly understand the amount of wisdom you could hold. I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, say, look, son, and look, daughter, look, all who desire love and truth in their lives, and understand how to search for it greater. If you knew that there was a great jewel in the deepest of oceans, and it could make you so rich beyond your wildest dreams, how far would you go into the ocean? How much would you be willing to do? This is how much you need to do for spiritual truth. For spiritual truth, for the depth of your spiritual truth is not found on the surface of the beach. It is found in the depths of the ocean. Why is it so hard to find it? Why do you need to do so much work to find it? Because it is when you shine like your inner beauty, when you desire it so much that you will do the ultimate work to find it. So many people long for spiritual truth and spiritual light, but they don't want to do anything. They want to ask for it. Please, Lord, help me to find my deeper truth. But what do they do during the day? They aren't concerned about the deeper spiritual truth. They do their own things. They're not concerned about finding deeper truth within. For those ones who are willing to step into the deepest search for their greatest spiritual jewels are the ones that will truly find it. Keep on asking and you will find. Keeping on seeking and you will receive. Keep on searching and you will discover the greater treasures within you. And the greater treasures are worth more than all the gold and all the silver upon your earth. It is those ones who are truly wise. This is the way my channel Jesus also spoke 2,000 years ago. And there were those who were truly searching for the physical wealth. Jesus, how can I gain that riches? How can I gain those jewels that you talk about? You speak about the riches. You speak about the greatness. You speak about the pearls and the gold and the silver. How can I find it, dear Jesus? Jesus knew that these people weren't truly genuine They were the truth seekers and the spiritual lovers. They were there to gain their own jewels and become richer than everyone else so they could lord over all people. Well, they were the ones who wanted to be the lords over all, always finding ways to receive money from the poor. And they thought they would find an easy way. Jesus asked your Lord, how can I find those riches so that I can be richer than all other people? And Jesus said, but it is not the riches of the gold and the silver, of the physical worth that the great Lord is talking about here. These are the riches within your hearts. For those riches are worth more than all the gold and the silver to the great Lord. It is difficult to find it for you, dear friend, because you are not willing to do the work that the Father has given you to do. You are not willing to go searching for it within you. It is the one who searches within that will find the truth and the way and the life. That one will find everlasting riches and everlasting truth. And that one will be very close to the great Father in the hills. And that is where the truth is found, the true riches. When you achieve that, dear friend, you will always be rich within you. And it is then that you will become the gold and the silver on the spiritual levels. And these people were greatly confused. They walked away stunned, knowing that these were not the words they were truly searching for. For they were only concerned about their physical treasures, their physical lives. And Jesus always worked in illustrations, as I also do as Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, because they were the words that Jesus brought through in those times. People have always learned with parables greatly, because you understand them. You learn in simple ways, relating to the physical things. And then I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, can bring through the greatest spiritual truths to help you understand the difference between the spiritual and the physical dimensions. Because on the spiritual dimensions, you grow into greater truth and greater love when you understand and experience spiritual love. Here too, upon your earth, the average person does not understand about spiritual treasures. They will accumulate so much physical security for themselves, thinking that this is the answer, having enough money in the bank account, or perhaps their retirement scheme, as you would call it. Constantly thinking about what if things go wrong, their insurance, or their will, or some sort of security. But what is true security? Is having money in the bank true security? Is having a great will set up true security? Or your pension scheme sorted out for when you retire, is that your true security? Or your mortgage paid off, is that your true security? Is your security so deep within the physical treasures that you truly believe that is your truth and your strength? For those things can go in an instant, friends. You understand this so well. So many people have suffered upon your plane, constantly concentrating on the physical aspects. So many people place all their money into stock markets, believing that they are so strong and so great. But what about if that great ship of the trade market sank overnight? What would you do? Are you wise with your thoughts? Have you thought about all these things? Will the wise ones look ahead and say, yes, I've placed my physical treasures here, but I can see there could be some trouble coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some of my physical treasures over here. But how can they receive the deeper insight, friends? How can you receive that deeper strength? For your physical treasures are very important to you. Understand always that we are here to teach you how to become abundant with all things. Watching all things that you do. Being careful with all things. And understanding that spiritual treasures will make you truly rich and secure. Or imagine having a master so close to you, guiding your spiritual and physical treasures, speaking to you in greater wisdom, showing you what will happen, what to do next. Do you believe that we can do all this for the people? We've always worked like this. For spiritual people who are so connected have a greater insight. And these people who have great insight are spiritually rich. And when one is truly spiritual rich and understands true spiritual wisdom, then physical treasures also follow. For it is always that way. But one must learn to understand spiritual wisdom. One must learn to treasure spiritual wisdom and understand that when one is truly spiritually rich, that one will always be looked after. This is what Jesus also taught. Look, the one who is wise and the one who's spiritually rich will never have any shortcomings. They will always be looked after. Do you see the lilies of the field, always growing in their splendor and their beauty? Do you see the birds? They never grow hungry. They are always fed. For their masters always show them where there is food and greatness. They know where to find it. They know where to find the food for the young ones. They know where to fly to, because they always follow higher direction. They also have guides. Are you close to your guides? Do you understand how powerful your spiritual guides can be in your life? Or will you always go in with your suffering, believing that you are always short, fearing that you can never have enough, fearing that your retirement perhaps won't give you enough? When in the future, all workers of the light, all those who stand with their torches of light, can grow into physical treasures also. For all things are here to become balanced. But you must learn to listen. You must learn to understand the times coming. You must learn to understand how important it is to listen and never take spiritual truth for granted. But these were always the teachings too that Jesus gave. Indeed, many of his followers didn't understand deep spiritual truth. And they stayed in their victim consciousness, always wanting more. But there were those who began to study the laws of the universe, and abundance came to them so much. They understood spiritual truth. They learned to listen to their spiritual wisdom. They learned to understand the power of it. They learned to grasp the flows of the universe and the cycles of the universe. And these are all the gifts we desire to give to the people who work in the light. These are the gifts that we desire to gift to you when you want to learn to work with divine flows. We've always promised that. Look, a time will come when no person working in the love will say, Lord, I am assured. Every person who works in the love and the light will say, look how abundant I am. The great lords in the universe are certainly blessing us. And there will be a great separation between those who work in the greatest love and the light, who climb higher and higher, and those who distance themselves. For here I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, am blessing all those who desire to work in the love flows, and your abilities will rise so greatly when you work with the great activations at this time. Already those who are aligning themselves upwards are finding their deeper abilities becoming stronger, for they are working in higher consciousness. The gifts coming to those who are activated will be beyond your understanding at this time. They can truly state, Lord, we have picked up our torch of light, and we are shining it so bright, and look at the gifts that you've given to us. We only need to ask, and you protect us. We only need to ask, and you will guide us. People will be astounded at how much we care for your spiritual wealth and your physical greatness also. For we've always promised those who stand in the truth and the love and the light will never be short. The one who seeks the kingdom first will always be blessed. The one who grasps spiritual truth and desires to heal on the greater road will always be blessed in all ways. You will never go short. As long as you listen to divine wisdom coming in, and as long as you learn to follow the higher path of love. These are the ways that we've been always teaching. And these are the same teachings that Jesus gave 2,000 years ago, as so many of his followers were confused. What do you mean, Jesus? How can we hear your Father, who you say is our Father greater? And Jesus will always say the same thing. Go inside of your rooms and listen to the Father speaking. For he is greatly blessing those who seek spiritual guidance. And in those days the spiritual vibrations of your earth plane were so low. However, they remembered that lesson, and many of those people are the people upon your plane now. They remember those teachings. And they remember it when the great Lord, Sovereign Lord, Emmanuel the Great, which is my being, stated, you will find truth as long as you keep searching. So lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, you came back, going deeper within the ocean, finding the treasures. And then you would return to the spiritual realms and say, Lord, we looked, but we could not find. I stated, go back, my friend, and search deeper. Go back. And you went back, time and time and time again. You gathered greater truth. And now is the time when the greater truth is here, called the greatness of all the alignments. When you will learn to step into your deeper love consciousness together, with greatness and with strength and with deeper power, with deeper beauty and deeper love. This is the time when we can gift those blessings to you and say, dear son, dear daughter, you searched in the oceans, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Now it's time for your rewards. But is it found on the beach, on the surface? No, you still are asked to go deep. However, this is the time when the great healings are upon your plane. When the people are aligned to higher truth. So your vibration rises in the greatness and the gifts. And the more the people do this, the greater the blessings we can gift to you. And already the gifts are so great of those who are aligning themselves with greater purpose. And they are understanding the words. Seek truth within you and you shall find. Seek love within you and you will receive. Keep forgiving all those who have hurt you. Forgive yourself as you've hurt yourself. Stay in your truth and stay in your love, and the blessings are with you. Keep healing, keep loving, keep being, and look at the rewards they receive. Look at the waves. And the more they gift to the universe with their healings, the more they receive. So it is with all people who desire the greater love flows, for the greater road has opened now. And it is those who desire to step into love consciousness to heal their own lives. I, as Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, state, happy is the one who steps onto that higher road, for they will receive great blessings. They will understand the true power of love consciousness. They will see others on the higher road healing. They will feel it within themselves. And the greater they step closer to the love, the greater the blessings will be. And not one of those people who receive those greater activations from Caeayaron, who I've sent to the people, to bring the great healings to the people at this time. I will state, I will never leave anyone behind. For all those ones who desire to work with the greater love flows will receive the blessings from my being also, as well as the great blessings from Caeayaron and all of the angelical realms, and also from the star being. This is why I sent my channel, Suzanna Maria Emmanuel, to this plane. She's the only one who I can truly trust. she's been tested lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, for so many millions of lifetimes, as a channel, as a messenger, as a prophet, as a healer. And I have refined her, and when I speak of my being, then Caeayaron will also speak as a collective voice with my being. For we speak in the union together. We have refined the channel. We could not trust anyone else upon your earth to do the sacred task. For what is asked of you is so difficult. It's so difficult as a human being to carry out this work and stay so humble, staying guided, staying in the love, staying in the deep love for the people, and always seeing people as beautiful beings, gifts from the divine. And that takes a very strong channel to keep doing that, to stay that humble within her heart. And so please understand the task and the love for the people, to bring the love back to the people is to bring the greatness to the people. And only then can you truly understand what I stated through my channel 2,000 years ago. Look, a time will come when the people will lift their heads and see the glory within themselves. And their faces will shine with a great sun consciousness. Not one of them will be in pain, for they will say, the times of the pain have now passed. We don't understand pain anymore. We don't understand shortage anymore. The great Lord has certainly blessed us. And so it is. As my word is said, so it will remain. For when I say something is so sovereign, Lord Emmanuel the Great, it so is. And nothing will ever change that. For it is the words of the divine which are spoken, and they are set in stone, as it were. Nothing can remove those promises. Nothing. So this was what I wanted to state to the people. Please see the love of my being, and the greatness, and the strength, and the promises. Feel within your own heart to see truth. See within yourself what is divinely truthful. There's only one way, one truth, and one perfection, and that is the great way of the great divine. Greetings, I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great.
Greetings.